So yesterday, today for me technically, but it'll be yesterday by the time you guys see this. Anyway, I put out this tweet. I really want to drop this method, but I don't want to be that creator who destroys something. What y'all think? Gatekeep or open up the floodgates? Now, I'm not a big time content creator, but this method has been crazy, and it's especially crazy because all Madden is dropping on Thursday, number 3. Zero Chill is coming. The Blitz promo is over. A lot of people's been getting the training around 5 to 4 per. But I got something where I've been getting training at 3, sometimes even under 3, around 2.5. So I'm here today to unveil it to y'all. So hit the like button, drop a sub. It's going to be a long explanation. But the beauty about it, I'm going to show you guys or talk to you guys about what happens or how to do it. And then I'm actually going to show you guys clips so you can actually believe me on what I'm getting training at and all that stuff. So bear with me. We're going to get into it. This is going to save you guys a lot of coins. It is a bit of a method and it takes a little bit to do. But if you're stingy like me, it's well worth doing it. So let me shut up. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk about boring stuff. Let's get into it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling.
Okay. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that harvesting over the weekend because the 80s have gone a little bit lower, so it's not essentially free to open it up. Alright, how the hell am I getting training for 3, 3.5, 3, and sometimes 2? It actually still has to do with the harvest, right? So, we all know during the Blitz market, the harvest promo was barely affected, right? And I told you guys, just like in that last harvest video, when someone's over here focusing on this, Blitz is over here, you need to be focused on something. Now, shout out. I know he told me not to give him to say his name, but for some reason, but someone hit me up, was like, "Look, Truth, I got a method for you." I was like, "Okay, let me check it out." And I did the numbers, and the method is very viable. And how it starts is with the Harvest Masters, mainly 2: Aaron Rodgers, Randy Moss, widely deemed the best quarterback, not named John Elway, and the best running receiver in the game. Now, what makes this so viable? That their price is held steady at around 450 to 440k, depending, right? Now, with the Harvest Reroll, that was great because you can kind of build them through that and stuff of that nature. Now, I'm going to show you guys price. Now, they fluctuate because I've sold Moss upwards of 470. I've sold Roger upwards to 450. And what makes this a great method is because you have 2. Sometimes even 3 if you look at Jeremy Chin, because Jeremy Chin's price. The key price you want to hold, look, Jeremy Chin's not even up, so you can probably obviously do this. So the key thing you want to hold at is 450 to 440k for the Masters, right? You see Moss is going for 444. Now, what makes this so viable? 88, it takes 3 88s to get a 90, and it takes 5 90s to get 93, right? So, therefore, it takes 15 88s to get a 90. Now, okay, Dre, what does that mean? Well, that means nothing. Glad you think so. So, with these 88s, if you can get them, and you can easily get them, right? If you get 15 88s at 28k, and I'm going to show you right here, I'm going to get one at 29k just because I am still in the midst of doing this. That's why my coins is down. If you get them all at 28k, which is very possible, and it takes a long time to do so, you're building a 93 for 420k. If you get them for 30k, which is what I strongly advise you, the maximum you would pay, you would get them for 450k. And I just showed you that Moss himself is going for about 450, and then Aaron Rodgers is going for around that 440, 450 mark as well. Now, what makes it great, right? You build the set, you build the 90s, then you build the 93. Then what? Out of the set, in terms of the Moss, you get the Moss or the Rodgers, right? But then you get back 5 90s in cash. Now, if you quick sell those 90s, it's 1250 training, right? Now, remember, you got 1250 training. Something's going for 450k. If you sell it for 450k after tax, that's 45,000 that you take off after tax. And I'm going to do this math in front of you guys, right? So, 45,000 out of that, you get down to, and let me calculate so you guys can see, about 405. So that's about a what? 45k loss? Let's do the math. 45k divided by 12,500 training, 3.6 training. Now that's at the maximum, guys, right? Let's say you snipe all these at 28k, right? So if you snipe them at 28k, it's at 420k is what you build them. If you sell Moss for 450k, right? And you still do that same thing, and you sell them, and once you get them back, you get 405K. Remember, you only got it for 420K. You sell them for 405, 15,000 is the difference between 420 and 405, divided by 1250, 1.2 training. Now, let's say you don't, hypothetically, you don't get them all at 28, because that's a bit of a stretch, right? That is a bit of a stretch. Let's say you get them all at 29. That's still 435K, right? 435K. Remember, you sell them at 450. That takes them down to 405. If you do 435K minus 405, we do that. You get to 30K again. Divide that by, again, that what you're getting out of those 90s once you quick sell them. 2. You kinda can't see it because of my light. 2.4 training. So this method truly depends on you, right? It depends on no one else. Depends on how good of a sniper you can be. If the cheaper you can get these 90s or these 88s, which look, we got another one for 20. Like I said, 30K is the maximum I'm willing to spend, because even then, if I get them at 30K, sell them at 450, I know for a fact I'm making 3.6 in terms of training back. Now, Moss's price fluctuates. Like I said, I've sold several for 470. If you can sell for Moss more than 450, you guys can do the numbers. You guys can actually do the numbers. If you sell them for 470, 4,700 out of that is what, 423,000. You guys are following me? If you guys aren't following me, I'm telling, I don't know about time you guys seeing this, if this method is still viable. Like I said, I'm doing this late night and picking it up. So this is something you guys absolutely should be doing, especially, like I said, you can see I'm at 87,000 training. All of that's been from doing this specific method right here. All of it. So all that training, all of it, I've gotten no more than 3 per. Because I sniped a lot, which you will see in clips coming up. Some for 22K, some for 10K, some for that. And I will show you me putting up a Moss, and then show you it's selling as well. And then obviously show you the amount that it sold for compared to what I put it up for, which is usually about 30 to 35. Divided by that 12,500. You're around 2.5, 3 per. But let me show you these guys' clips, so that way you don't believe I'm capping, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this first clip I'm showing you is me sniping, right? So you can see I missed that 28K one. That was a bit of an L. That was an absolute bit of an L. But you can see I make up for it big time. Not on that one, and I'm kind of giving you guys my filters too. But like I said, I don't want to gatekeep this. I want everyone to eat. I'm a big believer in it. 23K. Bada bing, bada boom, sniped. That's one for 23K, right? Now I'm gonna show you guys another clip of me getting a couple too. So, and this one was a huge snipe. 29K, I told you 30K was the maximum I'm willing to pay for any of these. So that way I know 30 times 15, 450K. We know that without a doubt, point blank period, right? But if you keep at it, 10K, that pops up. That saves me 20K. So this Moss I would have built out of this one would have been at maximum 430K I built it for. Now this, I'm just showing you guys the set. It's this 90 overall set. This is the set where you put the 388s in to get a 90. Doesn't matter what 90 you get, to be honest, because you're just going to be quick selling them for training anyway. And obviously we all know the 90s here. I think here I believe I picked Khalil Mack. But like I said, it doesn't matter because they're all getting quick sold anyway. Now in this clip, I'm showing you guys the training you get back from the 90s, right? This was a clip I probably should have shown before. And obviously, like I said, you're going to see me jump around with these clips. But you see, you get 12,500 back in training, just like I told you. Okay, in this clip, I actually go into my binder and show you me putting up the Randy Moss for, I believe it was like 460K. You can see, not many Randy Mosses up. Remember, you guys see me get 2 major snipes for 23K and 10K. Those 2 alone save me 27K on my normal 450K I would build Moss. So, remember I sold them for 469, right? Just keep that in mind, and remember I saved myself 27K with those 2 snipes. Now, I'm pausing this for a second, right? You can see my Moss sold for 414,900. Remember, I got a 27K discount on the normal 450 if I would have bought the 88s for 30K, right? So if you take 450 minus 27, that's what? 423, right? Now this Moss, I believe, sold for around 460. I believe, because I had to take them down. So let me just make sure I got that correct for you guys. Yes, around 460, 461 he sold for. So remember, he got sold for 461. I got him for 414. Remember, I only paid 423 for him. So if we do 423, right, 423,000 minus 414, 900. That's 8,100 divided by 1250. 0.648 per training. Now that's basically stealing training. You're not gonna get sniped like that all the time. Like I said, if you can get it for around 28, 29K, I've proven to you guys you can get sniped. You see me get 28, you see me get 29. Boys, I need you guys to hop on this method right away. Hopefully this is still viable. And like I said, it depends on Moss, depends on Aaron Rodgers, and hopefully you boys can eat. Alright boys, we're back here. I'm actually getting another 29 snipe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I explained that in complete total and you guys understand that. As you can see, another Moss sold. Now, remember, what did I build him for? 450K at the worst. We can do the absolute worst. We do 450K minus 412200. That's 37,000 divided by 12,500. 3 per. Now, I know for a fact I build that monster around 440K. But we're saying at worst scenario, I got him for 450. I sold him for that. 3 per training. I know I probably got that around 2 point something training. But I'm glad that sold in this video so you guys can actually see it go to work full time. So I'm going to get back to my sniping. I want to make a couple of more mosses here. And get this taken care of. Another 2,800 here. Now I'm averaging on this run getting these around 28, 2,900. So it's going to be around what, 435. I'm going to build this moss. I'm going to sell them for 450. I'm going to make another 2 per something per in training. Get on it, boys. You guys, I'm going to drop this fresh thing in the morning so you guys can get on it right away. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm out. Maha salute. I'm not gatekeeping. Open it up. Deuces.